This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday.
Yeah, man.
Feels good.
Happy Mother's Day in advance.
Yes.
For all the mothers on the
Thank
panel,
you.
all the mothers watching at home.
Thank
Yes,
you.
and to our heavenly mothers as well.
Amen.
Well said.
Beautifully
Well
said, Tor.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, let's get to it. Welcome to DBL. The woman who says she is the real-life Martha from the Netflix series
Baby Reindeer.
has denied she was ever his stalker. The show has become a global hit since it debuted last month. It's based on actor Richard Gadd's own life and personal experience with a woman he claims stalked him for years. If you haven't watched this, you might want to check it out. But buyer beware on this
For
one,
sure,
for sure.
yeah.
But the woman who claims she's the real-life inspiration for the story appeared on Piers Morgan Uncensored last night to set the record straight. Let's watch.
In the course of your relationship with Richard Gadd, you send him 41,000 emails, 350 voice messages, 744 tweets, 48 Facebook messages, and 106 letters.
That's simply not true. If somebody was sending somebody 41,000 emails or something, they'd be doing how many a day? Lots.
Did you tweet him?
I may have done years and years ago.
You actually tweeted him numerous times.
No, it wasn't numerous. It was about 18 tweets there or 14
It's quite a
tweets.
lot to someone who's not that well known.
But we were all friends. You know, it was banter.
All right, Fiona had some harsh words for Richard, who she said made up details about her to make money. Take a look at this.
I think he's psychotic, and I think that anyone going along, being in that play, and doing this to somebody, I find the behaviour outrageous. Yeah, he's making money out of untrue facts. He's been the ultimate misogynist.
All right, Sam, what do you think about her credibility? When I came in this morning, you were watching this interview with your headphones on, but yet the audio was coming through the computer. So did you hear the interview?
It was a long. I did hear the interview. It was a long morning.
Did she know?
I don't know.
How'd you feel about the interview? It was muffled.
I walked in, I go, I didn't even say hi. I just go, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? And she's like, what? Anyways,
Fair
let's
enough.
get back to it. Let's
Fair
get back
enough.
to it.
But I did watch the entire interview and I could hear it. I wanted to give Fiona, this woman, a fair shot. I did not want to have a bias going into it. And as I watched it, I became more and more uncomfortable. In my opinion, you know, of course, the show could be dramatized, right? But in my opinion, as far as the stalker issue goes, I 1,000% believe it even more now after watching the interview, because she's a walking contradiction. She'll say, we barely knew each other, and then we're friends. She'll say, I mean, everything that she says under the sun to Piers Morgan, she's such a narcissist. I'm not a clinician, but she comes off so confident, and then she falls into these classic journalistic traps. And you know what? She comes off even more mean-spirited. I thought Martha was more sympathetic than she was.
Wow.
So good luck suing Netflix now after you, in my opinion, perjured yourself left and right.
Right, exactly. I do want to let you know that Internews Sleuth outed her a few days after the show aired. She said she never attacked Richard's girlfriend. She's never been contacted by the police. She admitted to sending only about 10 emails. And she said he originally came on to her. You know what would be the ultimate thing? He sues her for this interview for defamation, because I mean that's really where she is. She's someone just not to be believed at any point.
I don't think that's what he's looking
No,
for. I
but
think
I
he
mean,
just wants his truth to be told
absolutely.
and kind of be left alone at
Yeah,
this point.
yeah.
Now it appears Fiona wasn't happy with how things went with Piers on his show. She told the Daily Record, Record? Is it spelled the same?
Yeah.
All right, well, either one. It's Friday. That she didn't like his line of questioning and said Piers tried to, quote, trip me up and catch me off guard. She also said she felt set up and used. So was it irresponsible of Piers to air this interview, given that maybe, again, we're not clinicians, there might be some possible mental health issues?
Listen,
attached?
if you watch the interview, she gaslights everybody involved, from Richard Gadd to the audience to Piers Morgan. Yes, she might have mental health issues. We know that Martha did. I don't know anything about Fiona. But I will say this. Piers Morgan, is it ethical? Maybe not. But he's also the same person that interviewed Meghan Markle's sister, half-sister, and the father. So this is right up his alley. I think Fiona is regretting the interview because, again, in my opinion, she's such a narcissist. She thought she would be able to one-up everybody. First of all, this is very simple to prove. All we need is one independent investigation to look at the IP address to see if, because she claims that Richard's the one that sent all those emails. Because Piers Morgan does hold her feet to the fire and says, then who sent all those emails?
Right, 41,000.
Yeah, maybe it was Richard and she also has 6 emails and 4 phones, which she admitted in the interview. So I think that she is trying to play the victim here, and now she's gaslighting Piers.
In a weird way, I feel like we're victimizing Piers Morgan.
Wait, whoa.
I really do.
I need like a red line with a detective of like, where are we?
But was it ethical of him to interview someone who may allegedly have mental health issues?
No, but Piers Morgan doesn't get paid to be ethical. I don't think that's a bullet point on his job description. His job is to get people that people care about and put them on that screen and ask them questions. And that's where it ends. It's kind of the same way that people went after Wendy Williams. I'm not that much of a fan of hers, but somebody stirs the pot. Sometimes it's the Breakfast Club. Somebody's got to stir the pot, ask the questions that might even be uncomfortable, may be seen as untoward. And no matter how you feel about bringing somebody that might possibly have mental health issues, the ethical nature of that is up for debate, and I'd probably be on your side about that. But in terms of giving somebody a platform that everybody on the globe wants to hear speak for themselves, that's his job. And if we had landed that interview, she'd have been sitting right here. They'd be like, Tori, you're off this. You guys are all off.
I couldn't be on Baby Reindeer.
No, I just practice saying that every day. Yeah.
I'm not a Martha.
Yes,
not
do
a
you
Martha.
agree, Tori? What do you think about what I said?
To be honest, yeah, he's on YouTube. It's called Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Yes.
He's exactly what he wants
Yep.
to get. We're all talking about it here. I do want to just say there's an interesting relationship between Richard Gadd and Fiona. They keep using each other. He keeps writing about her. She keeps being brought up. There's a sense of a symbiotic parasitic.
Almost like a Stockholm
it's like
syndrome
exactly,
type.
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's relatable to trauma victims.
Yes.
There's a invisible line between you that he feels bad for her. He goes back. She keeps coming. They have an interesting relationship.
Although she insults him left and right
Yeah.
on this Piers Morgan interview. And you see a little bit of that in the series when she judges him and calls him a quote-unquote homosexual. She does that in the interview, too.
Wow.
She judges him for not having a job. She calls him a
really
homosexual.
bigoted
And
in the
she
TV
comes off
show.
very bigoted
Wow.
and very prejudiced. And like I said, in the TV show, she comes off more sympathetic than in the Piers Morgan interview. And that was alarming to me.
All right, well, let's get to some good news. Help me out with this one,
Okay.
Tori. From
Baby Reindeer.
to
Baby Bieber.
Justin and Hailey Bieber announced that they are expecting. The couple posted this video of them appearing to be renewing their vows, and Hailey showing off her bump. Aww,
It's quite small, so cute.
TMZ says she is about 6 months along, which means we could see a
Baby Bieber.
by this summer. Oh, they also posted this series of black and white photos of the vow renewal. They've been married since 2018.
What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah,
this is your
this is
boy.
you.
Are you
It kind of
excited?
gets me like emotional in a way because having a child, is very emotional. I don't know what it is with it really captured my. I'm more emotional than my
Your
wife
brain
now.
changes. Yeah.
It really does. And people might think that's not true, like sympathy, all that. It's true. It's
Like the
real.
moment they came out, it shifted.
Yes.
Yeah, like I almost cried for Bieber's baby right now. Yeah, like because it's that emotional when you have a child,
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, it's like a passage of life,
I think he's going to be a good dad.
He
I think
is
so,
going to be
too.
great, Dad. And she's going to be a great mom.
Yeah.
You think they'll name him Jeff? Huh? It's a boy. Jeffrey Bieber. Jeff Bieber.
Let's keep it on the table. Let's keep it on the table, Biebs. All right, coming up on DBL, Marlon Wayans reveals the surprising reason he never got married in this week's What Erica's Watching. Plus, we're talking with Ricki Lake all about how she's lost weight without the help of Ozempic.
Welcome back. Tisha Campbell has some surprising housewives tea. What are the hotties heated about, and why has Marlon Wayans never been married? Find out all of this and more in this week's What Erica's Watching. First, Tisha Campbell surprised Bravoholics by revealing that she was asked to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast. Well, the Martin star said that although she enjoys watching reality shows and that she respects those who have used the platform for more career opportunities, she likes her privacy a little too much to have her business paraded out in these streets, okay? Well, Tisha was recently a guest on DVL and shared how she handles family drama.
Oh, I tell them, don't play with me. Don't. Nobody wants to tell me anything. Nobody wants to hear my mouth.
Good answer.
Nobody.
Now, Tisha says now is just not the right time, but with a mouth like that, she could shut down any Bravo housewife. Next, Megan Thee Stallion fans are riding for their queen because of what Charlamagne the God had to say about her upcoming Hot Girl Summer Tour. Now, during an episode of The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne questioned if Megan was the kind of artist who could fill an arena.
What you don't know the day before, you find out the next day.
That's right, because I asked the question yesterday. I said, is Megan Thee Stallion an arena artist?
Well, after tickets went on sale, the hotties responded with receipts by selling out 13 arenas.
Cause all this money gotta come through me. Ay.
Clearly, we got our answer.
I love how the hotties were quick to shut down fake news. Congrats, Meg. It's gonna be a hot girl summer. And finally, we are finding out exactly why we don't hear much about Marlon Wayans' love life. Well, the 51-year-old actor says it's because he loves his mama so much that he never wanted her to be jealous of another woman. He lost his mother in 2020, and the sentimental mama's boy says that her passing shattered him into a million pieces. In fact, his last words to her were this candid confession. And since losing both his parents, Marlon says he prays more because now it feels like he's speaking to them and they are listening. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms watching and the heavenly mothers as well. Share with me anything that catches your eye by using the hashtag #DBLEricaWatch. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. From the film Hairspray to being one of the youngest people to host a talk show, we've seen our next guest evolve over the decades, and earlier we got to speak with the one and only Ricki Lake. Take a look. Please help me welcome back to DBL, Ricki Lake.
Hi, great to see you all.
Oh, so good to see you again. All right, let's get to it, because celebrities are losing weight and everyone always assumes, oh, it's Ozempic. But for you, it was not. How did you do it? You look fabulous. You seem like you're glowing. Talk to us.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I did not use those drugs, and there's nothing wrong with using those drugs. I am for all options, but I'm going to do it my way first. And I made a huge lifestyle commitment to myself and to my husband. We did it together. And I started October 26th. It's basically a ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. I hike every day, rain or shine, out at my door. I joined a gym. You know, I do very specific things. I track my glucose. I track my sleep. And I sort of thought of it like a job. You know, I wanted to like I'm living, it's not hyperbole to say that I'm living my best life right now.
Let's talk about love, because you found love again.
Never do that again.
Yeah, you should never make that.
I'm going to do it again just because they told me not to. Let's talk about love.
Love, capital L. Yeah.
Yeah. You found love in your 50s. Congrats. So did you ever think you would marry again? And how did you guys meet?
It's so funny that it turns out I'm the marrying kind. I didn't know that. Like, I'm not, I do like commitment. I do, I honor this like union that we have. And I literally have met the best of the best person for me. And, and not too long ago, I lost my last husband to suicide and bipolar disorder. So it's 7 years later, and to say that like all of my dreams have come true. And I'm a big believer that my last partner who passed away, I believe he is on the other side helping to orchestrate this magic that I get to live every day. I do believe that he is with me, and I'm a better person having gone through that whole experience of loving him and losing him in the way I did. And I'm happy to talk to you about this organization that I'm involved with, Community Access, which helps both the homeless population in New York City and the mentally challenged. And, my partner who succumbed to bipolar disorder and suicide in 2017, he would have likely had a different path had he had a place like Community Access to get support from.
Well, first of all, you've done so much in your career, from acting to producing to hosting. Now, as a child, I would watch your show and then take a card and go into the bathroom and practice how to interview people in the audience.
Who didn't do that?
Yes. So
we grew up together.
So why do you say that this decade is your best one yet, when we've seen you in all of these beautiful iterations?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. And I do look back on all of the chapters in my life as super extraordinary. Like, my life is just from being plucked from obscurity by John Waters when I was 18 years old with Hairspray, to having my talk show career, to making my documentaries, to marriages, divorce, marriage, kids. This time, it just feels like this is like the fruit of my labor, like I'm not working full time, so I have a lot of downtime. I built this home that I live in. This is on the top of a mountain overlooking the ocean. I'm sharing my life with this beautiful king that is so much fun. And it's just like it's a quieter time for me. Like, I get to do passion projects, and I get to focus on us and our relationship. I feel like we get to play, and we're in our 50s. It's just like, I feel like we're beating the odds, and it's like, age is just a number. And I do feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm the happiest I've ever been. And I'm also really proud of what I've done in the past. Like, I don't feel this need to do more, to stay relevant. I just feel like I'm on this very sweet path right now.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and you did mention it before, but we want to know, what are you doing with the nonprofit Community Access? I know this is an issue that's very important to you.
Yeah, Community Access is an incredible organization. They're celebrating their 50th year this year. They serve all types of people in the tri-state, in the New York City area. So in order to qualify, you need to either be dealing with homelessness or have a mental health diagnosis, and they provide housing. They acquire properties and build buildings. I think they just opened their 21st building this year.
Wow.
And they provide affordable housing for not only for these people that are coming out of the shelter system, they have families of their own, but also community building. So they have job training through the Howie the Heart program. It's so inspiring, you guys. I went and visited and spent the day at different facilities to see what they offer this community. And it is, we need thousands of community accesses around the country. But what they're doing in New York City is so amazing. I was brought to tears multiple times over the day.
Well done. It seems like the template, and I have to say, being of service definitely lends to your happiness factor. So kudos to you, Ricki. DBL Nation, if you know someone who is struggling with mental health issues, please visit nami.org. We'll be right back. Thank you
so
again.
much,
Great as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back. Did you know that women who just had a baby are twice as likely to have medical debt than other women? Sam, I know we both kind of deal with this after we had a baby. I got double charged.
Yeah, I know
did?
you did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Luckily,
Jordan kept the receipt.
Kept the receipts, yeah.
Thank goodness Jordan did that, because I could barely pay off the first charge, which was like close to $10K, and then if I got double charged, I don't know how that would work out. And
Would you have thought to look to see if you had been double charged in that time? Would you have thought to look? Like Jordan did?
It matched my birth with Sophie even though it was 2 different hospitals. So I took it for what it was. But yeah, maybe
that's what most people would have done. I wouldn't have looked.
I know. Go
they
ahead.
actually tell you, because we got double charged, we called them like, just wait till you get all your bills and then pay that one. But then they hit you with a late fee. And then you can negotiate, like, I'll give you this amount. And they're like, okay.
I didn't have $10,000 to so I was like, this is what I can do right now. And they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, wait, what?
What a scam, too.
Yeah, you really got to pay attention. So taking care of your medical bills is very important, and better benefits can help. Many Americans already on Medicare may not have a plan with all the benefits accessible to them, so reach out to Medicare Advantage advisors today. The benefit review is free. Just call 800-293-9930. Very important.
And what about if you have a C-section or an emergency C-section, or something happened in the middle of childbirth and you had to have some sort of intervention? The amount of money that people are paying when they don't have the money, period, is just
and
like...
you're so vulnerable at that time anyway. Literally your mind is you just brought a new life in this world, and now you need to double check your bill.
You also have to go back to work because we don't have mandated family leave here.
That's so awful. And also I saw that a doctor said, I just had a baby and they charged me for skin to skin. And it was like $35 to $40. But even that is so outrageous. So make sure you check.
I charge people to touch me. I do. I'm like...
$1, $2, $3.
$5.
Racking up the bills.
$10.
Yeah.
HR. And when you said here, you mean United States.
I meant in the United States, not Tegna. Tegna gave me a 3-month maternity leave.
I'm so
grateful for that.
All right, happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers out there and up there.